Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Dartmouth High News Now. This week's episode is brought to you by Team Banana, and I'm your host, Ethan Lima. In this episode, have you been noticing a shortage in school lunch this year? Today we will look into what is going on with the lunches and find out what is causing this issue. We also have an interview with our new physics and chemistry teacher, Mr. Brown. We will take a peek at the new butterfly garden here at the high school, and a big win for the football team against Durfee. All this and more on Dartmouth High News Now. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First, to start off the show, we have some important announcements for you. This week's announcements are sponsored by the Fishing Club. If interested, see Mr. Tweedy in room B17 and he will get you hooked. Attention juniors, if you are taking the SATs in May and would like to start practice for the math section now, be sure to sign up for Mrs. Church's PACE every Tuesday for review. AP exam payments. If you are enrolled in an AP class and taking the exam in the spring, be sure to make your deposit of $40 by November 5th. Next, let's go to Will, who has the weather for the upcoming week.
Hello, I'm Will Bouvier, and I'm here with your 7-day forecast. On Monday, it's going to be sunny with a high of 64 and a low of 44. Tuesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 48. On Wednesday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 43. On Thursday, it's going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 55 and a low of 44. On Friday, it's going to be rainy with a high of 56 and a low of 42. On Saturday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 52 and a low of 41. And on Sunday, it's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 52 and a low of 40.
Now to Andrew for the lunch show.
For lunch on Monday, we're going to have chicken and waffles, warm syrup, crispy baked fries, and fresh and chilled fruit. On Tuesday, we're going to have buffalo chicken dip and tortilla chips. On Wednesday, we'll be having barbecue pulled pork sandwich, a pretzel roll, crispy baked fries, and coleslaw. On Thursday, we'll be having General Tso chicken, fried rice, pineapple chunks, fresh and chilled fruit, and a fortune cookie. On Friday, we'll be having classic stromboli, marinara sauce, and roasted broccoli.
The school lunch this year seems to be having a shorter supply compared to previous years. We interviewed students about their opinions on the lunch, as well as Mrs. Sheridan, the Director of Nutrition for the district, to find out the official details. This year, many students have found the lunches to be of lesser quality than they have been in the past. We had a chance to sit down with students regarding this issue and get their opinion on the school lunches. Along with this, we had a chance to interview Mrs. Sheridan, director of the school lunch program for the district, to find the source of the problem.
I feel like school lunch this year kind of been staying the same as previous years. You know, I don't feel like Dartmouth High School has really changed with school lunches, so.
So I do. I think by like the time like their lunch comes around and stuff, like a lot of people like don't have like food because they're running out.
Pretty much are guaranteed getting lunch unless it's third period or third lunch, and then you might run out first.
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of issues with those third lunch kids who walk in and there's no food there. Happened a lot last year, but still definitely happening this year. Can't seem to figure out the issue.
This year, we're obviously coming off of the pandemic, so we see a number of changes with both breakfast and lunch. The biggest way that it affects students is meals are free for all students this year. I think our meals have always been of good quality, and we offer a large selection. In past years, we've served maybe 500 lunches each day to students. This year, close to 800 kids at DHS eat with us every day. Differences are everything we're serving is prepackaged. If you're getting a slice of pizza, you're no longer helping yourself to pizza. It's being served in a box. Our grill items, spicy chicken, chicken patties, again, are all boxed with tater tots.
Next, we asked Mrs. Sheridan about the national shipping problems affecting the school lunch this year.
It has affected us greatly in terms of our ability to, one, get product, and two, as importantly, get packaging. What we've done is we've gone to bulk purchasing. So rather than in the past, we maybe ordered one case of the boxes that the hamburgers type items go into. Now, if they're available to us, we'll order 50 cases and stock them just so that we're not cut short. Now, the distributors are not stocking, or they have available that variety. So if we usually use a Gold Kiss chicken patty, at this point, we're willing to take just about any chicken patty that we can get. And again, challenging, and our manager here, Carrie Camara, does a great job of balancing all the balls that are in the air. I think we're not done with the pain yet. I think we're still seeing major products not being available. You know, I heard a story about Tyson, and you know, why can't we get Tyson is a national brand? Why can't we get Tyson chicken? Turns out Tyson can't get oil, so they can't fry the chicken. They don't have enough people to put the chicken in the boxes, and then there's the trucking shortage in terms of getting it cross country. So we have challenges. I don't see it getting better before Christmas. I am graciously hoping that it does improve as we get into the beginning of 2022.
This year, former substitute teacher Mr. Brown has begun teaching chemistry and physics full-time at the high school. Here's Mr. Brown.
I'm Jarrett Brown, and I teach physics and chemistry at Dartmouth High School. So I've been teaching in grade school for a year as a substitute. This is my first year as an actual teacher, but before that, I was a teaching assistant at the college level for 4 years. And I'm excited to teach here. Well, I think one reason I'm excited to teach here is I already know a number of the kids, so it was good, and a number of the, and also a number of the other staff. So I was happy to stay kind of in the Dartmouth community. And I'm excited to be teaching science, which is a real passion of mine, especially physics. Yeah, I would say attentiveness, obviously, but also a genuine interest and passion. I like to rock climb, I like to play Pokemon Go, I like to play board games and Dungeons and Dragons, things like that. Yeah, I mean, well, I think one of the things I enjoy most about teaching is like when you can really engage kids and get them excited in a subject and really inflame their passion in something. I hope you have a good year.
The football team had a huge win against Durfee on October 15th. Here's the highlights. Last spring, the PALS program created a butterfly garden outside the A23 classroom. Let's find out what's in bloom.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Winterson, and I work in A23 with Miss KP. And back in June, we decided to make a butterfly garden for one of our students, Deidre Tavares, who loved butterflies. We thought that would be a great way to remember her. And when we go outside, we can look for butterflies and the chrysalis, and we immediately think of Deidre.
So our friend Deidre passed away last year, and in her remembrance we decided to plant a butterfly garden right outside of our classroom. She loved butterflies. She had a beautiful butterfly dress that she would wear regularly. So in her honor we decided to plant a garden that would attract butterflies. We weren't really sure how successful it would be, but we came out a couple weeks ago and we had 11 different monarch caterpillars all over our plants. We found a chrysalis, and then over the past week or so, we've seen between 4 to 6 butterflies that have hatched and been flying around. We come out at least 2 to 3 times a week to check on the chrysalis and see if they've hatched while we've been away. We look out the window almost daily to see if we see anything new happening out here, if we see any butterflies fluttering around, and we've just been really appreciative of Deidre's family as well. They've come out a few times to view the garden and they're really happy with all of its progress as well.
We planted for Deidre, who passed, because she liked the butterfly garden.
I love the butterflies already, and they are so cute, such adorable. They look perfect.
Overall, we just think it's a great way to remember Deidre, one of our favorite students here at Dartmouth High School.
This marks the end of this week's episode of DHNN. Next week, Team Foxtrot will be taking over with a look at the marching band and how they are getting ready to go to MetLife Stadium for Nationals this weekend. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on so you'll be notified of future episodes of DHNN. Thank you for watching this week's episode, and be sure to look for us, your favorite team, Team Banana. Have a great week, DHS.
This has been a DHS TV media production.